everyone, welcome to my first episode on this channel. My name is Shalina. I do have a second channel that's more makeup slash beauty related, but I didn't think this personal type of story should be on that channel. But I haven't even uploaded in like over a year, so I guess it's kind of irrelevant. But anyways, my name is Shalina, and as you probably can tell already from the title, this is going to be like an introduction to me and the process that I'm going through at the moment, IVF. If you don't know what IVF stands for, it stands for in-vitro fertilization, and it's basically having babies outside of the norm. But just like a quick background of me, nothing too deep and too personal, but yeah, just like an overview of, you know, what I've been through, what brought me here. So what inspired me to make this video or channel even was that I watched a couple other women's videos with the same topic, and it was amazing or comforting to know that there are other women out there going through the exact same thing that you're going through and feeling the exact same way that you are. Because you can tell like your friends and family about what you're going through and you know what the process is, but they have no idea. You know, they think IVF is just like test tube babies. It's a miracle it happens, which it is, but there's so much that goes into it to have a baby when you don't have any other option. So I feel like this community, whether it's YouTube, whether it's on the blogs and websites and stuff like that, women can get together and relate to each other and, you know, support each other, congratulate each other, whatever it may be, because we're all in it together. And you know, it's just nice to have other people to talk to and understand you the way no one else will, or no one else can. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be about on this channel in a nutshell. I do have a little bullet point list of what I want to go over, just so I don't forget anything. It's not going to be too long, but yeah, just a history of what brought me here and what I am going through at the moment. Again, my name is Shalina. I am 27 years old. I'm actually turning 28 next month, so I'm getting old. I am married, and I've been with my husband for 7 years, but we've been married for 4, going on 4 this year. So we've been together for quite a long time, and you know, we've done our fair share of our traveling and honeymoon stage and just being together and learning how to live with each other. So you know, it's been a long time. I actually started living with him probably like 2 months into the relationship. So things move kind of fast, and we've had a long time to get to know each other, and I think we're just ready for the next step. So we tried on our own for a long time. I'd probably say like over a year before we started to realize that something is wrong. And I actually did get pregnant, and obviously I'm doing this process. I did not complete my pregnancy. I had an issue with my fallopian tube. So basically my fertilized egg embryo got stuck in my fallopian tube and started growing and implanted in my fallopian tube when it should be implanting in your uterus. So obviously you can't have, the baby's gonna grow significantly, and in your fallopian tube it's gonna burst it, obviously, because it's not big enough to carry it. So that's what happened to me in a nutshell. And I mean, now I can talk about it like everything is okay, but when you're actually going through it, it's devastating to realize what's going on. Like you have this baby, you're excited, and then it just gets ripped out from under you. I actually had an emergency situation where my fallopian tube bursted. So I went from being so happy to being pregnant to, oh my God, I'm losing my baby and I can almost die. I almost bled to death. So it's pretty dramatic what I've gone through. And to get even more deep, I had it happen a second time. So Okay. You know, you think you get over things and you try to be strong, but it's always there. And as you can see, it's coming back. But for it to happen twice, it's very, very devastating. And to come out of that surgery and to be told that you cannot have children naturally anymore. The only way you can get pregnant is through IVF. And you know, if you may know like a brief like well, I should take that back. But anyways, most people know that IVF is a very expensive process. And one, it's time consuming, it's painful at times, and you're kind of injecting yourself with unnatural things, which I'm not a huge, you know, I'm not a huge fan of, but what can you do? But anyways, I kind of lost my train of thought. So yeah, that is what I've been through in a nutshell. It's really personal, and I didn't think I was gonna go that in depth, but hey, why not? So yeah, IVF is the only way I can get pregnant, and it's very devastating news to be told that you cannot have children naturally. But I'm very thankful and grateful that IVF is available now and technology has advanced, because if it wasn't for IVF, I would be infertile. Technically, I am considered infertile. So again, I am thankful that IVF is available, and the success rates are much higher than they were when it was first, you know, invented or created. Okay, so you guys know my backstory. Well, a little bit about the IVF process. Basically, to start off, you go through a whole series of sorry, I have bulldogs that snore and make noises, so I apologize for that. But anyways, you start out the process taking a whole bunch of blood tests, ultrasound tests, and all the works to determine what issue you have and what, you know, process they want to put you through. And obviously for me, IVF was my only option. So luckily all the blood and all the tests went good for me, so thank God. And then the next step after you're cleared through the test, they put you on birth control to kind of control your period, so you know everything's like calculated. So you stay on just the active pills, so you don't have a period until they're ready to start you on the IVF. So once they're ready, you get off the IVF, you normally start your period, and then you start injecting yourself with hormones. And currently, right now, I'm on 3 shots, but I am on Gonal F, I'm on Menopur, and I'm on Cetrotide. 2 of them are hormones to tell your body to produce multiple eggs rather than just one every month. And then the other one, or the Cetrotide, is to tell your brain to not release the eggs, basically. So they're harvesting while you're giving yourself shots, harvesting, growing, and hopefully they are healthy eggs when they get retrieved. So after you inject yourself for, right now I'm almost on my 10th day, so it's 9 days right now. That's where I'm at. But basically you go in routine ultrasounds and blood tests during the entire process. They monitor you very closely. They check the progress on the growth of your follicles. And when they feel that you're ready and where the size is big enough, then they have you inject yourself with a progesterone shot, which basically prepares your body for ovulation. And the following day, they actually put you under anesthesia. And the process is only like 15 minutes, but they go in and they retrieve all the eggs. And then after they retrieve the eggs, they fertilize them. Obviously your husband or spouse would have to give a sperm sample, and yeah, they use the sperm to fertilize the eggs, and whatever eggs are fertilized, which normally after the first day, you will know, and you know, they start maturing, and you can either do a fresh transfer where they implant it back into you a couple days later, or you can freeze them. In my case, I am freezing them. The chances of success are a little higher, but and there's less complications, so, and we're not in a huge rush. The doctor just recommended that we freeze them first, so that's what we did, or that's what we're doing. And yeah, once they put the fertilized egg in you, my doctor only does up to 2 embryos, which I'm kind of on the fence of whether I want to do 1 or 2. I know the chances are a lot higher with 2, but the chances of you having twins are pretty high as well, so I don't know if I want twins just yet. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're lucky, you get pregnant, and if you get pregnant and you carry the baby, you have a baby. So it's a very lengthy process, but I'm willing, my husband and I are willing to get this done because it's what we really want. So yeah, as far as symptoms that I've been going through, there hasn't been very many. Obviously, I'm injecting myself 3 times in the stomach, so it does get a little tender, swollen, but nothing so uncomfortable. And then the farther you are along on the shots, obviously your ovaries are producing multiple eggs, sometimes in the range of like 15 on each side. So it does feel a little heavy, like full. So, but other than that, the only other symptom I really have is just being tired. So you are injecting yourself with a bunch of different things. Plus I'm on prenatals, and they give you like stronger folic acid tabs and stuff like that. So a whole mix of all that, your body is just kind of like freaking out and working on overload basically. But other than that, thankfully that's the only symptoms that I've had so far. So if it stays like that, then great. I know my progesterone shot, when it's basically a trigger shot, when I'm ready to do that shot I'm kind of scared of, because it's a bigger needle and it has to penetrate your muscle, and it's normally like done like near your butt, like the upper area of your butt. So that's the only thing I'm nervous about. The shots itself, like the daily shots, they seem very intimidating at first, because I mean, who injects themselves with needles really? Like who likes to do that? But they make you watch these videos, like tutorials on how to do the injections, and they make the needle look so much bigger and so much more intimidating. And when you actually put them in, you don't really feel it at all. You don't feel the needle going in at all. Towards like the later part of the injections, you do sometimes feel like a little bit of stinging when you inject the medication, but I'm just assuming it's the sensitivity and how many times you poked yourself in the same area. So you know, it's not bad at all, so don't be afraid of that. The needles are puny and they go in your stomach, and hopefully you have some fat there, so you just grab on a chunk and you inject yourself. So it's really not bad, so don't freak out about that at all. It's more the muscular shot that I'm afraid of, but I haven't done that yet, and I will update you guys to let you know how that shot went. But I think that's it. That's all I really wanted to go over. I didn't want to make this video too long. I am going to be making a series of videos, so I just wanted to stay on one topic at a time. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. I hope some women out there can relate to me. I've been through a lot. It's very it's very disheartening and traumatic to go through something like I did. So I feel for you. I feel for everyone that's going through this process, regardless of how you got there, because I know how it feels to be told that you can't have a baby naturally. So I love you guys out there. I hope you guys will leave some comments with any suggestions on what kind of videos you guys want to see. Any questions that you have for me, feel free to leave them below. I will try to answer them as soon as I can, whether it be through the comments or through another video. But yeah, I think that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.